I've always wondered, what were you guys talking about, like when the cameras were off? Because, like, you guys are together the whole day, pretty much, right?
Randall is extremely perverted. I love you, Mr. A.
Not for real, Randall. Randall looks so clean, prim and proper.
Filthy mind. So it was sex a lot of the time. Gareth, filthy mind. A lot of the time.
Yeah, that we can expect.
Judith's like, oh my gosh, what are you saying? I'm traumatizing you, Judith, sorry. Randall and Gareth, filthy minds. So it was always sex.
Jeez.
Always sex.
And then some music comes. Oh no, it was too soon.
No. Guy, I have no issues with Somizi.
Hey.
He chose Thomas. You know when people divorce?
Yeah.
Friends choose sides. So I have no issues with him.
You must never
He just chose Thomas.
What does it look like?
Would get in the conversation with us. Sex.
Sex idols.
Yeah.
What does it?
Wow. Gareth and Randall used to say, the reality show is actually when the cameras are off.
Yeah, it sounds like.
We would always say, because we're in each city for days on end. Randall only drinks tequila.
Yeah.
So, and Gareth. Yeah. So the biggest night we would fight is when we would have to choose like a top 16 from a top 30 or something. Yeah. And Randall wouldn't let us adjudicate until everybody in the room had at least 2 shots each. And then we'd be like, yeah. Okay. So we partied hard. A lot of dirty talk.
Did it ever feel like a chore? Like, oh,
and
fuck.
He was a good baker as well, Randall. Yeah, my last year.
It felt like, I'm going to work now.
Yeah. And not because I was just exhausted. The only female on the panel. So I'm doing hair every week, nails every week.
Yeah.
It's new outfits every week. It was just, the admin to get to the Sunday was just a lot. And even when the contract wasn't renewed, I signed to my designer. She was like, but Unathi, do you remember how exhausted you were? Like you would walk in here every week for fittings and all you would say is, I'm exhausted.
And was the money worth it, like with the work that you put in?
The money directly from the show was not a lot. However, it gave me so much. It changed my life instantly.
Yeah.
I remember the day the news came out, I was on 19 covers that day. Yeah, it was enormous. So a great gift that the show gave me and just my career, just catapulted my career.
Yeah, because sometimes it's not about the salary, but it's what you can do with the exposure of being on such a platform for yourself.
Yeah. We got paid like very minimum.
Yeah.
Extremely minimum.
Yeah.
I don't want to embarrass people, but
I'm surprised when you're saying Somizi chose Thomas. Like, how does it get to the
Why
point
are you surprised?
No, like, how does it get to the point where if I was your guy's friend, why must I choose one? Why can't I remain being both your friends?
I don't think you should.
But
I don't think you should.
How do you know then that they've chosen Thomas? Do they stop calling you? Do they?
Everything. Stop calling me. Going on boys' trips with Thomas. On his reality show, started saying weird stuff about me. You know what I mean? And then eventually my dad called me and he was like, this man has chosen Thomas. You need to accept it and you need to remove yourself from it. And I was like, okay, Dad, do you see it too? He's like, everybody sees it.
Did that happen with other friendships?
Like, we watch the show all the time.
Did that happen to other friendships or was it just his?
It does happen. No, it does happen.
Choose sides.
It does happen and you've got to allow people. Guys, loyalty has an expiry date.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Unathi.
Loyalty has an expiry date. You've got to allow people to feel what they feel.
But let's be honest, Unathi.
I can't force a friendship with you.
No, you can't.
If you don't want to be my friend,
but
Mike.
You can't. But you've been in the game for so long. You should know that these friendships never last because most of the times, what brought you together is because someone, like, I'm not saying Somizi wanted this, but maybe Somizi wanted to be like you, and that's never a good way to start a relationship.
But for me, this is why I'm like telling you, I harbor no ill feelings towards him.
Yeah.
I've accepted that Thomas is his preference.
Of course, Thomas is his preference. Yeah, you see, man.
Unathi.
Hey, that one flew over me. Hey,
I know.
Hey.
Boys trips.
Emotional on
Boys
idols.
trips. We all know what happens at boys trips.
Hey. He made my boss lady as she sips on her cup. What do you know? She's like, What do you know?
Hey,
What do you know about boys trips?
hey, teen man.
Boys trips to Zimbabwe and Swaziland. Yeah. Then you come talk smack on your reality show. My father was like, remove yourself from that event. I was like, okay, daddy.